Hello students, let us today deal with the remaining activities under brainstorming. In our last video we have discussed up to activity A2. Let us move on to A3. Now the activity given, it demands you in the story the following characters reveal their qualities through words and actions. You have to pick out the words that describe them from the box and write in appropriate columns. These three columns, they are to be filled using the correct quality of the given character. Astrologer, Guru Nayak and astrologer's wife are the three characters of the story, and so we find that the astrologer is shrewd, he is overconfident, he is smart, he is rational, he is worried, he is clever, he is intuitive, he is humanistic, he is mystical, and he is very sharp. The qualities of Guru Nayak are manipulative, arrogant, demanding, mean, cunning, antagonistic, skeptical, quarrelsome, aggressive, and impetuous. Impetuous is impulsive. Astrologer's wife is caring and protective. The next activity, it wants you to match the suffix with the words and you have to make nouns from it. For example, the words are given: auction, enchant, know, prepare, proceed, appear, and remark. The suffixes are able, meant, uns, late, and shun. The first example is auction. This word accepts the suffix ear, and so the noun that we get is auctioneer. Enchant, it carries the suffix ment, making it enchantment. Know carries the suffix late, making it knowledge. Prepare takes the suffix shun and preparation. Proceed, it takes the suffix er and it becomes procedure. Appear, it takes the suffix uns, making it appearance. Remark takes the suffix able, and so it is remarkable. Okay. The next activity, let us read the question. An astrologer's day has ironic element where the astrologer pretends to have supernatural knowledge that coincidentally turns out to be the truth. Irony means a situation or statement characterized by a significant difference what is expected and what actually happens, or between what is understood and what is meant. You have to find out the example of irony from the text. One of the examples is, he knew no more of what was going to happen to others than he knew what was going to happen to himself the next minute. So this example, it explains us the irony of the situation. What is the irony? It is a significant difference between what is expected and what exactly happens. Okay. Now, the next point here under this activity is the use of code mixing. Now, what is code mixing? Code mixing is a combination of two codes. Code is actually language. means when we come across two different languages used in the same expression so as to achieve the effect, it is known as code mixing. What is code mixing? Mixing of codes. Use of two or more linguistic expressions. Two different languages, they are used in the same way. It is known as code mixing. We can quote a few examples from our everyday life. We come across different advertisements where we come across the very good and effective use of code mixing. One of the ads I would quote is Sunday ho ya Monday, roj khao ande. Now Sunday, Monday in English are mixed with ande in Hindi so as to make a very clear message. This is known as code mixing. The example that we come across in the text is cowrie shell. Now cowrie is a word in Hindi and it is used as it is in the text. Another examples are chiroot. Now these words, when they are used as they are in Hindi, in English, when they are used as it is, the writer aims at better effect. Okay, so we understand what a chiroot is. We understand what a jutka is. A bailgadi is known as jutka. Ana. Ana is 6 paisa. So it is known as Ana everywhere in India. And so it is used as Ana. Pai is paisa. Pyol. Pyol is charpai. So all these Hindi words, they are used as it is. And so these are all the examples of code mixing. Just understand the idea behind code mixing. It is nothing but using two different languages in the same expression. Okay. Now let us move on to the next activity under A3. Now A3 deals with the vocabulary, the usage of the language, and that is why here we are going to come across a set of phrases given here and a set of sentences given. We have to use the correct phrase in the given blank so as to make the expression effective. Correct. Crowning achievement, it means the topmost achievement. To crown the effect is to make a better or the best effect. Crown of thorns is something that is tempting as well as repulsive. Crowning glory, it means a very heightening effect. To crown it all is again to make it more effective. It is a set of sentences, so we will fill in the blanks. The works of Shakespeare are the crowning glory of English drama. Second one is Amitabh has given us awesome movies throughout 5 decades, but his crowning achievement is his performance in the movie Black. In her pursuit of success, Radha has distanced herself from her family. Her fame has become a real crown of thorns. Means both opposite feelings at the same time. They threw a wonderful party for me with costumes, game, and to crown it all, my favorite kind of ice cream. Medical science has given inventions, but organ transplantation is definitely a crowning effect for human beings. A4, it asks you to use the given expressions in the given sentences. So, the power of his eyes was considerably enhanced. Now, enhanced is used as a verb here. Was enhanced is the passive voice of simple past tense. Now, you have to replace this enhanced with enhancement. What does this mean? That you are asked to replace a verb with a noun. And so the answer will be, the power of his eyes had considerable enhancement. So we have changed the verb to the noun. He had a working analysis of mankind's troubles. Now here working is a gerund. It needs to be replaced with a noun. So the answer is, he worked on analyzing mankind's troubles. I repeat, he worked on analyzing the mankind's troubles. Third is, he knew what was going to happen to himself next minute. Now again, happen is the infinitive and you have to replace it with gerund. So the answer is, he knew what would be happening to himself next minute. The fourth is, if you find my answers satisfactory, will you give me 5 rupees? Now satisfactory is to be replaced with satisfaction. So it can be rewritten as, if you get satisfaction from my answers, will you give me 5 rupees? The next is, he shook his head regretfully. Now regretfully, all of you know, is an adverb. We have to replace it with the adjective. So what it is? He shook his head with regret. The next sentence is, it was a bewildering crisscross of light rays. Now bewildering is again a gerund and you have to replace it with a past participle. And so the answer will be, the crisscross of light rays bewildered. You have to use it as a main verb in simple past tense. So the answer will be, the crisscross of light rays bewildered. Now the next one, I should have been dead if some passerby had not chanced to peep into the well, exclaimed the other, overwhelmed by enthusiasm. Now, although it is a very big sentence, we have to concentrate only on enthusiasm, because enthusiasm is to be replaced by enthusiastically. So, this complete phrase will be replaced by enthusiastically. Now, the words in the inverted commas, they will remain unchanged. There will be no change. But we will concentrate only on the use of enthusiasm. And so we can rewrite it as, I should have been dead if some passerby had not chanced to peep into the well, exclaimed the other enthusiastically. Overwhelmed with enthusiasm is very well replaced by enthusiastically. The next is, you tried to kill him. Now to kill is an infinitive. We have to rewrite it using a gerund. So it will be, you tried killing him. The answer is, you tried killing him. I will prepare some nice stuff for her. Now again, will prepare, the main verb is to be replaced with a noun. So the answer will be, it will be my preparation of some nice stuff for her. The answer is, it will be my preparation of some nice stuff for her. The last is, the other groaned on hearing it. Now hearing is again a gerund, and we have to replace it with a verb, with its verb form. So the other groaned when he heard it. So what we have done? We have here prepared one complete clause. So the given sentence is a simple sentence, but this one is a complex sentence. So this is how we have to solve all these activities based on the use of words based on this lesson. So just complete it in your copies.